Hey guys, what's up? It's ET from Song Saga, the game that gets people sharing the stories and soundtrack of their lives. I'm here on day 13 of doing 30 cards in 30 days. I've been having a great time. Hopefully, you're having a good time and enjoying this. One of the things I wanted to talk about that I think is super important about how you play Song Saga is this card right here. This card is the Pinky Promise NDA card. And basically, what the Pinky Promise NDA means is that what happens on tour stays on tour. So before you play, you pinky promise with everyone that whatever they say in that safe, sacred space that is Song Saga stays in the room and doesn't leave, so that people feel comfortable sharing the things that they might not otherwise normally share. That's part of what's beautiful about the game, but it's also important to create a safe place for people to do that. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to pull a card and we'll see what we got. Awesome. Smoky bar. A smoky bar. Oh, man. Well, the first thing that comes to mind for smoky bar was the year before last, back when people could still travel internationally. Amy and I went to Japan, and we had this kind of amazing time in Japan. But one of the highlights for sure was in Tokyo, where we rented bicycles and we had sort of like a jazz night, and we went to all these different jazz clubs and jazz bars in Tokyo, and we rode bikes like all across Tokyo and went to this one really funny place where there was a live jazz band, and also there were live tap dancers who were tap dancing to jazz, which explains just how kooky Japan is perfectly. And and not only were there tap dancers that were dancing to jazz, but they were all taking turns. It was like there was a whole bunch of tap dancers that came to this place to tap dance to a live jazz band. I don't know. It made sense in Tokyo. I'm saying out loud now, it doesn't quite make as much sense. Anyway, we had this great time, and then when the place closed, we were like, where should we go? And we heard about this other little hole-in-the-wall place that was famous for playing great jazz, and the owner had been collecting jazz records for hundreds of years, or something. And so we found this tiny little place, and like when I say tiny, I think maybe, a dozen people could fit in this bar. And we go in, and the music is great, and the vibe is great, and the crowd is super cool, but it is so smoky in there that you can barely see your hand in front of your face. And we were like, this is great. This music is awesome. And finally, we had some Japanese whiskey, and they were like, I can't breathe. We have to get out of here. I don't want to leave. It's so cool and quirky, and the music is fantastic. But yeah, our lungs couldn't handle it, so we had to bail, which was a really sad moment. But the music that we discovered in there, the short time we were in there, was great. And the artist that I remember is Shintaro Sakamoto. I'm pretty sure that's right. Shintaro Sakamoto. Yeah, that's it. But I can't tell you the names of any of the songs because they're all in Japanese. But if you get on Spotify or you Google Shintaro Sakamoto, spelled pretty much how it sounds, you'll discover some interesting new music. So I encourage you to check out Shintaro Sakamoto. And if you're ever in Japan, wear a respirator if you're going to jazz clubs. Anyway, so that's day 13. Thanks a lot. We'll see you tomorrow for card number 14, almost at the halfway mark. If you've got a smoky bar story, hit me up in the comments or drop us a note. We'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, thanks for watching.